Alright, I promise I'm a van lifer, but I don't use my rig that much in this episode either. So I departed from Cartagena, Colombia in the last episode. And I went back up to Fort Lauderdale where I left Scarlet. She's actually in Coral Springs, so I went up there for the night. Reconnected with her and my friends who were watching her. Went back to the airport the next day to fly up to Dulles, up right outside of DC. I had a work trip and was there for 2 days. After work on Thursday, I was able to get over to Great Falls Park right there in Virginia on the Potomac. Then I went back to Dulles, flew back to Fort Lauderdale, and went back up to Coral Springs, reconnected with Scarlet again, and then that following day I went down to Biscayne Bay, and from the visitor center there we took a boat out to the islands, which are actually the start of the Keys as well. But I did get to see Scarlet first. It's Wednesday morning. I am going back to the airport in Fort Lauderdale that I was just at yesterday. Flew back from Colombia yesterday. Now I'm headed to DC for a work trip for 2 days. So, yeah, life is fun. Just got a free upgrade because the guy liked my attitude so much when checking in for the rental car. So, yeah, I just said I was blessed and unstoppable. And he really liked it. He said he was the same. And he looked at my shirt. And he said, well, I have a free upgrade for you. Just because you're in such a good mood. So, let me just want to encourage y'all to show the light of Jesus when you're out and about traveling, even when you don't feel like traveling. Because you never know what might happen. So just because it's a travel day doesn't mean that you can skip leg day. I am planning on heading out west, and I've added some rather heavy photography gear to my pack. So yes, I'm just pumped to be in shape for this. So this is on the way to Great Falls. It's drizzling a bit, but that ain't gonna stop me.
Every day is made better with worship.
Alright, here at Great Falls Park. It's part of the National Parks Department. It's not a national park, but it's under the same authority, Department of Interior. I forgot my park pass in my truck down in Florida, but I explained this to the gate guard and explained that I was a veteran, and she asked if I had veteran on my driver's license, and I said yes. So I gave her that and she let me in for free. So if you're a veteran, make sure you get that on your driver's license if you're in a state that does that, because it might come in handy and save you $20 like it did me. That ain't that short either, like 1972. And you got 36 and 42 up there. Dang, have it. A lot of water. I love this. Just gonna sit here on a rock, a wet rock, and pray. Psalm 46 verse 10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." And that's hard for me. I am on the go all the time, but it's so good just to take little moments like this, sit on a rock, and do exactly that. You just thank Him for all the goodness that you have in your life that you just take for granted every day. If you haven't yet today, found a place to be still and know that Him, take a break. Tell Him what's on your mind. Thank Him for all the good that's going on. Pray for the blessings that you want to come in your life. 1 Thessalonians 17 says, pray without ceasing. I'm just going to keep encouraging you to build your relationship with God, because I know what it's like to live without one of those, and it's not how we were made to live. I spent a lot of time, a lot of my life, hating the hustle and bustle of the DMV. But I never knew God during that time. I didn't know the peace that you could get from just finding a little spot in nature like this and just spending some time with Him. It's all about relationship. And how do you have a relationship with someone? You spend time with them. You talk to them. He wants nothing more than your time, than your focus. So just tell Him what's on your mind. He knows already, but I don't know, it makes me feel better getting real with Him, telling Him what's bugging me, asking Him, why is this season of patience going on forever? And He lets me know that He's listening and He cares. John 10:11 says, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for his sheep. The hired hand is not the shepherd and does not own the sheep. So when he sees the wolf coming, he abandons the flock and runs away. And the wolf attacks and scatters the flock. The man runs away because he is the hired hand and he cares nothing for the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep and my sheep know me. That's the verse that I'm getting at. How are you going to know Jesus who loves you if you don't spend time with Him? There's a lot of voices going around, and there's only one that you should really be listening to, and that's of the Holy Spirit. Unless you're in the Word and you know what is of God, you know His attributes, you know how He cares for you, what His boundaries for us are. Just like we set boundaries on children that we're bringing up because we want to protect them, God gives us boundaries. And so if there's voices telling you to do something that is outside those boundaries, you know that that's not the Holy Spirit talking, and you need to tell whatever that is to get in line, because they'll submit to God just like we need to submit to God. How to build a relationship. Get into the Word. I highly encourage to start in the book of James or in Matthew 5. Both are great places to start the Bible. James is basically like the whole Bible. If you condensed it down to Reader's Digest version, that's the book of James. But Matthew 5 is actually Jesus starting His Sermon on the Mount, which is the words of Jesus right there. Both great places to start. I love you. Be blessed. Alright, this is cool. Look at that log. Look how high up that log is. That's a huge log. That's 5 foot around. Alright people, you're gonna come out in nature and enjoy it. Be respectful. Pick up your trash. I hate seeing trash out in nature. It's so selfish to to bring it out and then just like, ooh. Well, I like it beautiful because I come all the way out here, but I'm not gonna leave it beautiful for other people. No, let's go with the program, people. Love thy neighbor. On Friday, I drove into DC to the Washington Navy Yard to show my smiling face at work. Then I drove back out to Dulles and hopped aboard a plane back to Fort Lauderdale. And of course, someone was happy to see me.
Well, hello. Hi.
I guess Scarlet's happy to see you.
You think so?
It's 4:15. I need more sleep, but I want to go get the sunrise. So Scarlet did this on her own. This is how I woke up to her. She thinks she's a person. She's very happy. So the sun is coming up over Biscayne Bay. Got a nice breeze here. See the palm trees moving a bit. And I am getting torn up by mosquitoes. Like they're vicious here. So maybe just take my footage and stay in your cars if you come here. Here comes the sun. I'm prepared. Biscayne Bay, sunrise. This is beautiful. I just had a nice conversation with an older lady. Oh, not older. She's not old. She's older than me. Sandra. And asked if she was saved. And she said, of course. And she asked if I was. And I don't know. It's just nice to meet another believer out here when I'm out doing my thing. And she just had so much joy in her voice too. You could just, when she said hi, I could tell that she was a believer. I don't even know why I asked. So I did the scuba tour of Biscayne Bay. This is the boat ride out to the mangroves and coral. It's 173,000 acres, which is about 270 square miles. 5% of it is land, so I decided to do the scuba tour so that I could see what it was hiding. It's to protect the coral reefs and mangroves. There's a barracuda. There is a parrotfish swimming up into the reef. These are grunts, French grunts and blue striped grunts. There's 2 gray queen angelfish. They were really big. I'm not sure what the other fish are. There were a lot of different grunts. Oh, there's a porcupine fish that I found next to that coral. Of course, my camera work is not that good, but he was pretty cool. And then, of course, my camera was malfunctioning when I saw the sea turtle. But then we got out of the coral reef and went into the mangroves. And so you swim, it's super shallow. Like there's only a foot of water right here. And you're just up against the mangrove roots looking for the life that's in there. And when you surface, you're in the mangrove swamps. And I didn't find out till afterwards that the crocodile population is coming back in the area. So, yes, look, I didn't find any of those. Okay, this here is the spotted sea hare. There's actually 2 of them, but they're asexual. They're hermaphrodites, and they'll emit this purplish ink if you disturb them. So I got pretty close to them, but I didn't see no ink. And here in the mangroves, oh, these are mangrove snappers. There were so many of them in here. I really wanted to go back and get a fishing pole and start casting up in this little honey hole that I found. And I didn't have my video going when the giant tarpon came out from the mangroves and scared the bejesus out of me. Here's a bunch of bait fish swimming around right outside the mangroves. And of course, I got another national park sticker put on my camper. So I found a church for us all to go to, and it was a little heavy on the theatrics, but the message was pretty good. We went to this park afterward, and they had a bunch of food trucks there, and so we got food and ate by the canal. And even though I'm out on the road, I still call into my weekly Bible study with the guys every Tuesday with my home church.
Against God's will, you don't have to obey that. That's the exception.
Yes.
So I am out walking the dogs again. Scarlet and Chunk is Megan and Aaron's dog. He's an old pit bull. 13 years old now. Beautiful weather here. It's been too hot to be in my camper, but it's been really nice being in a room, having a real shower. Scarlet's been living this life for 20 days now. But hopefully their signs come in tomorrow. We can get it put on the camper and get back on the road. So I try to leave a place better than what I found it, and their dishwasher, whoever installed it just put caulking in to secure it, and that didn't work. So I put a bracket in for them, and yeah, should hold for them. Then try to give Scarlet a little swimming lesson. She's not too fond on getting in the water, but I got her in eventually. It was after several minutes of this, though. And then I got her a bath, and she is so good with the bath. She didn't try to run once. I didn't even have to hold on to her. She deserves a medal. And here are his afterward zoomies. Alright, so I wanted to get a sign for my YouTube channel put up on the camper, just so that even if I can't, get someone to take a Bible from me, maybe they'll look up my YouTube channel and get into the Word, or listen to me promoting the Word, and find Jesus that way, hopefully. Megan and Aaron live right on this pond. So I tried to get myself a peacock bass, but that did not work. But they do have a gym, and I was rather proud of myself for maxing out my bench press and getting over that 200 mark finally.
Wow. Great.
But the best part of my stay here was getting to reconnect with a long lost buddy of mine. It's been 3 years since I saw my buddy Aaron here, and just because they are related to my ex, I thought that was a barrier, and I didn't want to make things awkward and reach out to them, but I'm so glad that I did. It was so good to reconnect.
Bench and 3 plates on each side. Alright, boy. You want to take my daughter out?
So I am getting ready to head back out into the wild. Been staying at Megan and Aaron's house here, just north of Fort Lauderdale. And this is what I will miss the most. On-demand hot water. Unlimited hot water. But you know what? I got the itch to get back on the road, so it'll be good. Yeah, Scarlet's been here since April 1st, and it's April 20th now. I was out of the country to, the 2nd through the 9th, and then in DC for work the 10th through the 12th. So I got to spend a week and a day here, and just connect with friends I haven't seen in a while, which has been good. and got them to go to church and got them to do a Bible study with me. So it's time to leave though, and I'm going to follow up with them and see how they're doing on their walk.
Charlie, come over this way.
Bye, Jason.
Bye.
On the road again.